Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and we're only a few weeks away from getting our hands on the iPhone 16 as Apple's about to launch them to the world and finally release them. I thought we'd talk about what to expect as far as the overall design, what to expect internally, updates to the cameras, colors, and much more. Now, Apple's about to send out the invites to the Apple event, and according to Mark Gurman, that could be as soon as probably Monday or Tuesday. Based off what we've seen in the past, it could be any time next week, and then we'll have the event probably on the 10th of September. That means the pre-orders will typically go live on that Friday, the 13th, and then be available to the public the following Friday. Usually the previous Monday, prior to the launch, we'll see iOS 18, and that will launch worldwide. So those are what we can expect, but as far as the upcoming iPhone, well, we're expecting 4 different models. Just like we've had for the past couple of years, we expect an iPhone 16, iPhone 16 Plus, iPhone 16 Pro, and iPhone 16 Pro Max. I've shown these dummy units or models in previous videos, and so these are a pretty good representation of what to expect as far as the overall design. All of the models this year are said to get a brand new button, the Action button. And the Action button will be on all the models this year, with the iPhone 16, 16 Plus, and the Pro models as well, just like we gained it on the 15 Pro models last year with a programmable button. You can set it to the flashlight or to whatever you'd like with a shortcut and other options as well. But with this model, we're getting an additional button. That's called the capture button, and if we flip it over, this gives you an idea or representation of what it looks like. It will be a capacitive button that actually allows you to control the camera. They're calling it the capture button. They could call it something else, but basically it allows you to not only press it to maybe focus or lock in exposure, but also fully press it to sort of take the photo or video. We'll also have features where we can slide our finger back and forth, whether that's to zoom or change a function, we don't know yet, and maybe forward to back as well. This will be on the Pro and non-Pro models, where we'll just have the option to have that button. It's said to be on the right-hand side of the device, and you can see here where we have a power sleep wake button and then the capture button. All of them are basically the same other than that. So on the left-hand side, you've got your action button, your volume buttons, SIM card trays outside the US, and then on the bottom, they look basically identical to what we have today, where we have USB-C, our speaker and microphone. And then of course we'll have antenna lines, and then on the top, nothing else, or maybe an antenna line or two. Other than that though, they look mostly the same, and that's the major change, is that button here. Now, also on the non-Pro models, of course, you've noticed already we have a different layout for the camera. So this is going to change as far as the look, but with the camera being in line, just like it already is on the Pro models, we'll be able to take spatial photos and video for Apple Vision Pro. The overall dimensions will remain mostly the same on the 16 and 16 Plus models, but with the new camera design, action button, and capture button, you'll need a new case as it won't fit, of course. So if we take a look at the current case for the 15 Plus, of course, you'll need a new case to sort of fit that new camera. The same is true with the action button. They've moved things around, and of course, you'll need a cutout for that capture button as well. However, the other dimensions should be the same. Now, iPhone 16 Pro and 16 Pro Max models are actually said to change a little bit, gain a little bit of weight by about 4 grams or so, according to the recent rumors, and also have similar thickness, but grow 1 to 2 millimeters in width and height, according to different rumors and leaks, to accommodate a new display. If we put these side by side, you can sort of see this, where the actual model appears to be slightly wider and also slightly taller compared to the current model. Again, this is to accommodate updated displays, and we don't have exact specifications as to what they are, but we're expected to go from 6.1 inches to 6.3 inches on the smaller Pro model, and on the Pro Max we'll grow from 6.7 to 6.9 inches. We'll also have thinner bezels all the way around, and we could also see a higher brightness like we see on some other devices today as well, maybe up to 3000 nits, we just don't know at this point. When it comes to the overall colors, well, I've shared what to expect with the non-Pro models, and you can see those here, and these give a general idea. However, they could change a little bit, where we'll have basically a blue, white, pink, green, and black color. So the green and pink and blue may have slightly different shades to them, but they're getting rid this year of the sort of pastel and super light cloud-infused glass color. They should be a little bit darker and be more vibrant this year as well. With the Pro models, we're expected to get rid of one color, which is a little bit disheartening to me because I really liked it, but we had a blue color before, and it's said that we're getting rid of this to sort of replace it with a new bronze color. And the bronze color is sort of something along the lines of the new Kim Kardashian colors, where we could have bronze here, like we do on the bands, with maybe a tan or brown color on the outside of the device itself. So if we go back here and switch to this, it could be more closely represented by what this looks like with the Beats headphones than what we have currently. So it could be an all new color to replace gold or blue and give it sort of a new bronze look overall. So this could be sort of what it looks like. We don't know. Some of these leaks have been wrong in the past, but we'll have to wait and see. Others have said it's called Desert Titanium, it could be called bronze, or some have even said that it could be a rose gold color. So this is maybe good news in that we maybe just don't know what it really looks like. However, Apple's been producing them for a long time, so they're probably pretty locked in as far as what they look like. When it comes to the internal chipset this year, all are expected to feature an A18 chip, where Apple this time could have an 18 and an 18 Pro chip, and a significantly increased number of neural engine updates with more cores. We're also said to be getting more RAM in both the base model and Pro models to deal with updated Apple Intelligence features. Those are expected with iOS 18.1 and later, and definitely needs more RAM, as Apple's only including the 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max in the older phones to have that feature. So seeing that in all of the models this year is expected, along with updated modems for more efficiency and better connectivity. We're also said to be gaining Wi-Fi 7 with that. We don't know if that's in both models or just the Pro models, but hopefully it carries over to everything. We're also supposedly getting better battery capacity, with a stacked battery tech for longer life and faster charging. Now, it looks like this could only be in the Pro models potentially, but it could have better thermal management as well as 40-watt fast charging in the Pro models. We also expect larger batteries in everything except the iPhone 16 Plus model, which is supposedly going to decrease by about 9% or so. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, as Apple once touted the Plus models as having the best battery life of the entire lineup. So hopefully that's not true and they changed something around or people got that wrong, but either way, we're going to have upgraded batteries in most of the models. Now, when it comes to the cameras, on the base models, the 16 and 16 Plus, of course, we have the new camera arrangement, but basically we're said to have a 48 megapixel main wide camera with a regular 12 megapixel ultra wide, but with a possibly better aperture to allow for better low light. However, on the Pro models, we're expecting a larger upgrade than that. So not only will we have the regular 48 megapixel camera, but we're also supposedly gaining 48 megapixels on the ultra-wide camera as well. Better low light, possibly upgraded lenses in the main wide camera, but not a whole lot of changes there. And both the Pro and Pro Max models are both said to be getting the 5x telephoto zoom lens using the tetraprism zoom. So that could be in all of the Pro models this year, and there won't be much of a differentiator between both Pro and Pro Max, which is a great thing. So basically you pick which one you want, display size wise, and the only difference is the battery. Now, when it comes to the price, we really haven't heard a whole lot about this. So far, we haven't heard that there'll be an increase, but other companies have had price increases by about $100 this year. So I wouldn't really be surprised if Apple does this with iPhone as well. So that's what I would expect so far from the iPhone 16 models. And of course, I do expect them to ship with iOS 18 and maybe some additional features we weren't expecting. Hopefully we'll have some surprises, not only in the overall look or layout and design, but also colors as well. And they're also being produced in India this time with the Pro and Pro Max models. So not only in China, but also India apparently is building them. And this sort of differentiates the supply chain. So we're not exactly sure where all of them are being built, but we definitely know they're being built in India as well. Now, along with iOS 18, of course, that should ship with this. Maybe it'll be a day one update. There has been in the past, but either way, Apple can now update them in the box so they're ready to go on day one. Hopefully they'll be updated in time, so we just pick them up from the store or get them in the mail, and then turn it on and we have the latest update. So that's everything to expect with the iPhone 16 models this year. Of course, I'll be getting my hands on them as soon as I can, and I'll probably use the Pro Max model myself as my main device. But let me know what you're planning to pick up, if you're maybe going to skip this year, you're going to wait and see what they have to offer, or you're already just planning to pick one up altogether. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Of course, I'll link a new wallpaper in the description, the one I have on my 15 Pro Max here. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.